Have you ever met someone who just seems to make the same mistakes over and over again? Someone who, no matter how many times life knocks them down, never seems to learn? Today, we're diving into the 6 signs of a woman who's stuck in a cycle of self-sabotage and how Stoicism can help her break free. But before you think this is just about pointing fingers, stick around, because this isn't just about her, it's about you too. What if you're making these same mistakes without even realizing it? Stoicism isn't about judging others. It's about understanding human behavior, recognizing patterns, and most importantly, improving ourselves. So when we talk about the 6 signs of a stupid woman, we're not here to insult or belittle anyone. Instead, we're using Stoic principles to identify behaviors that hold people back. Behaviors that, if left unchecked, can lead to a life of regret, frustration, and missed opportunities. And let's be real, we've all been that person at some point. So whether you're here to reflect on your own life or understand someone else's, this video is for you. Here's the problem. Many people go through life on autopilot. They react instead of respond. They blame others instead of taking responsibility. And they repeat the same mistakes, expecting different results. Sound familiar? Stoicism teaches us that wisdom comes from self-awareness and the ability to see things as they are, not as we wish them to be. So, what are the signs that someone, man or woman, is stuck in a cycle of ignorance and self-sabotage? And more importantly, how can Stoicism help them break free? Let's dive in. Sign 1. She blames everyone else for her problems. Let's start with the first sign. She blames everyone else for her problems. This is someone who never takes responsibility for her actions. If she's unhappy at work, it's her boss's fault. If her relationships fail, it's because her partner was toxic. If life isn't going her way, it's because the world is unfair. But here's the thing. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control external events, only how we respond to them. When you blame others, you give away your power. You become a victim of circumstance instead of the master of your own fate. So how do you break this cycle? Start by asking yourself, what's my role in this situation? Even if it's just 1% your fault, own it. That's where growth begins. Sign 2. She lives for validation. The second sign is a big one. She lives for validation. This is someone who's constantly seeking approval from others. She needs likes on social media, compliments from friends, and reassurance from her partner to feel good about herself. But here's the Stoic truth. External validation is a trap. It's fleeting, unreliable, and ultimately out of your control. The Stoics believed that true confidence comes from within. It's about knowing your worth, regardless of what others think. So, if you find yourself constantly seeking approval, ask yourself, why do I need this? What am I trying to prove? The answer might surprise you. Sign 3. She can't handle criticism. Next up, she can't handle criticism. This is someone who takes everything personally. If you point out a mistake, she gets defensive. If you offer advice, she sees it as an attack. But here's the thing. Criticism is a gift. It's an opportunity to learn and grow. The Stoics believed that every challenge, even harsh feedback, is a chance to practice virtue. So instead of lashing out or shutting down, try this. Listen. Ask yourself, is there truth in what they're saying? If there is, use it to improve. If there isn't, let it go. Either way, you win. Sign 4. She's controlled by her emotions. Sign number 4. She's controlled by her emotions. This is someone who lets anger, jealousy, or fear dictate her actions. She says things she doesn't mean, makes impulsive decisions, and regrets it later. But Stoicism teaches us that emotions are just signals. They're not commands. You don't have to act on every feeling that comes your way. Instead, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, is this reaction helping me or hurting me? Remember, you're not your emotions. You're the one who chooses how to respond. Sign 5. She repeats the same mistakes. The 5th sign is a tough one. She repeats the same mistakes. This is someone who keeps dating the same type of person, falling into the same bad habits, or making the same poor choices. But here's the Stoic perspective. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. Change starts with self-awareness. It's about recognizing your patterns and taking deliberate steps to break them. So, if you're stuck in a cycle, ask yourself, what's the common denominator here? Hint, it's probably you. Sign 6. She doesn't learn from the past. Finally, sign number 6. She doesn't learn from the past. This is someone who keeps making the same excuses, ignoring the same red flags, and hoping for different results. But Stoicism teaches us that the past is our greatest teacher. Every failure, every mistake, every regret is a lesson, if we're willing to learn. So, instead of dwelling on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I take from this? How can I do better next time? Remember, growth isn't about being perfect. It's about being better than you were yesterday. Here's the key takeaway. Being stupid isn't about intelligence. It's about awareness. It's about recognizing the behaviors that hold you back and having the courage to change them. And the good news, you're not stuck. You can break the cycle. You can take control of your life, but it starts with one thing, self-awareness, because the moment you see the problem, you're already halfway to the solution. So let's recap. The 6 signs of a woman who's stuck in a cycle of self-sabotage are blaming others, seeking validation, avoiding criticism, being controlled by emotions, repeating mistakes, and ignoring the past. But here's the truth. We've all been there. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Stoicism gives us the tools to take control of our lives, but it's up to us to use them. So take a hard look in the mirror. What patterns do you see? And more importantly, what are you going to do to break them?